Hello everybody, going to go live. Going to talk about some of the latest news. I mean, this space is a fast moving space. So we're going to be talking about some of the latest news on PokerTron, DooTron, the whole 9 yards. We'll give it a minute, let some more come into the live stream. This space is a fast moving space, like very fast. It's like you can't even almost take a day off. Something new is happening, something crazy is going on. So it's pretty incredible what's taking place. Submit, hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's get that algorithm, YouTube algorithm going, let everyone know that we're going live. This is going to be a pretty short live. Hopefully it's about 30 minutes or so. But there's just so much news. I was going to make a video, and sometimes it's more efficient to get a video out there. Plus, this sort of stuff changes all the time, and I think it's better to have this in a live stream, and I think it appeals more to my current subscribers more than the other YouTubers out there in the space. All right. So this is, thank you, Summit, I appreciate it. So some pretty interesting news has come out. Someone hit the royal flush on PokerTron. TronCrush has got some neat updates coming out. Tronext has got something funky going on. DooTron has got something pretty exciting going on as well. So I just want to cover all of that today. So as you come into the live stream, we're going to be getting started shortly. Good morning, Zoo. It's good to see you. Zoo Jersey, good morning. I have no idea exactly what's going on with Tronext, but we're going to cover it again. You know, I just felt funky about that one in the beginning anyway. But we're going to cover them all. Hit a 4 of a kind on this earlier. Good job, Zoo Jersey. Good job. You're part of the reason that diff pool got hit so small. Did you have that thousand Tron bet up there when it happened? Just let me know. Did you? Somebody hit a royal flush. Somebody hit a royal flush. Who cares? A min bet 4 of a kind is still a nice win. 230 on a 10 TRX bet. Good stuff. 4 of a kind is 230, so you must have more than that. Good job. Good job. All right, we're going to be getting started here shortly. Just giving some people time to get on the stream because this is going to be a pretty short stream. So just want to give everyone some time to get here. Basically, we'll be talking about some of the latest updates that's happened literally in the past 24 hours with PokerTron, stuff going on with TronCrush, Tronext, DooTron. We're going to talk about all of it. So go ahead and hop into the stream. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get some more people here, and let's talk about these dApps and what's going on in this space. First of all, I'll say this. I think the ROI dApps, I mean, every single thing that I'm seeing is pretty much shrinking. I think they're pretty much dead. Yo, Crypto Jimbo, it's good to have you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we will go ahead and get started. First up, my favorite platform by far, period, end of story, is probably video poker on PokerTron, and soon they'll have blackjack. And Action Chris, welcome, welcome. The reason this is probably my favorite platform is just because I think it's got some of the best customer playability if you like video poker, and soon if you like blackjack, it's going to be even better. And I've heard people say that they've congratulations, Zoo Jersey. Those of you just getting in, Zoo Jersey hit a 4. He hit a 4 of a kind on a 40 TRX bet earlier. Good job, Zoo Jersey. So let's talk about what's going on right now. So the big news for video poker on PokerTron right now is somebody nailed. Notice these divs are quite low. They should have been. We should be seeing divs closer to. I should be getting 700 per 5,000 PKT. But somebody hit a royal flush, which is good. I mean, that's awesome. Hello, Crypto Mark. Welcome, welcome. It's good that they hit a royal flush for 2 reasons. A, they pay out. Obviously, it stinks for us, but that's part of when you own part of the action. There's times when you get hit hard, so to speak. The good news is it's kind of a risk-free because technically, as we've seen on other platforms, these divs can go into the negative, but that doesn't ever roll to us. The developers have to kind of eat that negative cost. Of course, they hold back future divs until they're back to even, but it's totally okay. That's part of owning part of the action. We still know in the long run we're going to be good. The fact that people hit a royal flush, though, is huge because that means somebody's going to be talking about it. They're going to be, yo, August, welcome to the stream. They're going to be telling people about that royal flush. That's good news. That spreads. I mean, royal flushes are rare. It does cause me some concern. I'll get to my concern in a minute. But royal flushes are rare on any video poker. I mean, the people, I know people who play, I know a few people, like probably 3 or 4 people who play a lot of video poker in casinos. And all the people that I know, they can practically all tell you they're royal flushes. Like it's 1 in 40,000 hands approximately to get a royal flush, but that's a lot of hands. And and that's if you're playing optimal strategy. So and 1 in 40,000 means that it doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily get 1 in 40,000 hands. You may have to go 200,000 hands or 400,000 hands if the quote unquote luck isn't on your side. So people know when they hit royal flushes. People talk about it, and it's a massive hit. It's at 800 to 1. I mean, look, I'm certain they said it in Telegram, but I haven't paid attention. But if it was a 100 TRX bet, that's 80,000 TRX. That's $2,000 on a $2 bet. Then if they were playing for 1,000 TRX, that's 800,000 TRX hit. I mean, that's massive. That's massive. Now that's what, a 20,000, roughly about a $30,000 win at current prices for Tron. That's huge, huge. But now here's the thing. So they've done a couple things. They've increased the minimum bet, and basically they've done that to which is good. They've done that to basically encourage higher level of play, and they're trying to play the odds, knowing that in the long run people still lose, and they're hoping that it builds back up the dividends faster. I am not worried about that at the least. Like, I'm just not worried about it because it's going to all work itself out. Let's see. Looks like everybody's playing 100 Tron bets right here, 200. I'm not worried about it in the least personally. I'm just not. We'll wait and see what happens. I kind of figured sooner or later someone was going to hit a royal flush and it was going to hit the div pool hard. I'm glad to see how it hit the div pool though, and to see how it plays out. Here's my concern. My concern is not that someone hit a royal flush. My concern is I wonder how much Tron the developers have if we as quote unquote token holders, and the developers are the largest token holders, if we got unlucky enough that someone hit this thing again big. I mean, look, if they hit this thing for 2,000 TRX bet, if someone did do that, I mean, that's 1.6 million Tron. My only concern is, does the devs have that Tron available? I would assume so, I think, or would, I don't know. I mean, they allowed the bet. I'm hoping they're not playing the odds. As a gambler, you can sometimes be like, okay, I'm behind, let me increase my bet to hopefully win big. And of course, that more often than not is a recipe for disaster. I just hope the devs aren't kind of playing that. I mean, yeah, the odds could be in their favor, but anybody can get unlucky in the short term. I guess time will tell. We have no way of knowing that. That's part of the risk that we have in this space. Let me get that back off of there so I don't accidentally try to hit that. But so that's what's going on with PokerTron. The divs took a hit because someone hit a royal flush. That's not going to always happen, obviously. So that's overall, I think that's going to be good news for all of us. We will have to wait and see what transpires, where it goes. All right, TronCrush. I'm going to come here now. Let me just TronCrush. Let me just go to TronCrush. Their dividends are up. They had some issue with paying dividends yesterday. That dividends payouts didn't go. My biggest issue with TronCrush is I'm just not convinced how much of this is running on a smart contract, which means they can change a lot of stuff all the time. Hence, these changes. Come on. Okay. We're very pleased to, this is some news from the developers. We're very pleased to make several major announcements regarding new updates that we'll be rolling out today in current development progress at TronCrush. While we got off to a rocky start, no kidding, we're eager to re-inspire confidence in the platform through transparency, innovation, and reinvestment. Specifically, we'll be implementing the following on April 9th, which is tonight at midnight. One new mega jackpot system. So they're going to add another jackpot system. The whale jackpot requires betting over 2,000 TRX to participate. Timer is at 8 minutes. Okay, interesting. The shark jackpot requires betting over 500 TRX to participate. Timer at 5 minutes. Every 24 hours, 20% of each pot increment will be rolled into the dividends. So every 24 hours, they take 20% of these two pots, or at least of each pot. So I'm assuming that's both pots here. Will be rolled into the dividends. Okay. think about this. What I don't like about what I'm reading, I've already read through this, is that, is there any chance that I can contact you on Telegram on this? I don't use Telegram a whole lot to communicate. You can contact me on Discord, Crypto Wealth 0021 on Discord. So the thing that bothers me with all of this I'm going to read to you is there's just a lot of movement of what should be profit, so to speak. And anytime you move money around somewhere else, you decrease where it goes somewhere. You decrease where it goes in another place. And I'm not certain if that's a great idea. To begin with, 20% of present jackpot will be put into the dividend pool. Additionally, we are aware of the concerns about botting, and we will work on a new winning criteria to ensure fair play is maintained. How are you ever going to stop botting? I actually don't care about botting. If I really am that concerned about botting, then I don't play. Even bots, it requires money to win the jackpots, and the jackpots, I mean, they're not going to even, they still have to create divs. They still have to put a lot in. And if they're the only ones playing, then they're probably not the only bot playing. So if the bots want to have bot wars, so be it. That's crazy. 1.6 million win with a royal flush. 1.6 million. So he had well, it could have been 1.6 million. That would have been a 2000 TRX. Hey, Paul, welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. Max bet. Yeah, but max bet at 1,000 was I don't think it was 1.6 million. It was 800,000, right? Yeah. They just increased the bet to 200,000, and I didn't think the max bet was 200,000, but that's incredible. Yeah, no kidding. 1.6 million. What's that? 50,000 TRX or something? That's crazy. You think about that. Playing this little Tron game, Tron Dep, my man won $50,000 on PokerTron. See, PokerTron's not going anywhere. There are absolute gamblers. The cool thing about PokerTron's Telegram, I know we're talking about TronCrush, but the cool thing about PokerTron's Telegram, the great thing about their Telegram is they are gamblers in that Telegram. They're not just players. They are having fun, absolutely gambling. They're customers, in other words, not minors. They're customers. That's the best way to put it. All right, continued game development on TronCrush. Rockets. Rockets will likely be released in 3.6 weeks. Basic rules, a brand new gaming experience with innovative features of playouts. It sounds like they gave us no rules. And it does sound a lot like, either Shoot, which DooTron just came out with, or it sounds a lot like a Moon game. UI updates. We are starting making changes to our UI to improve the functionality and attractiveness of the platform for our users. Well, everybody's been saying the UI is ugly. I think that's funny because I don't think their UI is any uglier than Tronext. And I saw YouTubers saying Tronext was beautiful, and I thought, according to who? That's horrible. But anyway, the UI functionality sucks on Tronext, so they do need to update that. That could be a positive change. Changes will go into effect soon after the launch of the updates. YouTube video contest. Basically, they're trying to get promotions and promoters. I will not be participating in that. Dividend payout system. Dividend payouts will now be once every 3 days instead of daily. I don't have a problem with that. I know people want their dividends daily. I don't have a problem with that. We believe allowing the div pot to grow over time will attract users. This is the problem I have with. They're trying to attract miners. Who cares about that? And I don't think a growing div pot, most miners know, well, it's every 3 days. Of course it's bigger. So I think that's ridiculous. Div pot is guaranteed to grow each day due to contribution from the daily, 20% distribution from the jackpot. Well, this doesn't make any sense. Of course the div pot's going to grow every day, and it's going to grow not just from this, it's going to grow. If the jackpot incentivizes people to play, then it's going to grow every day. I mean, so it should grow from people's play anyway. We may reassess at the trial. Okay. The fact that they can keep implementing all this stuff means that a lot of this cannot be on a closed smart contract. A lot of it. Period. Paul, I've been one away from a royal flush twice. And one of those times it was a flush. It just wasn't the royal. Oh, heartbreaking. Concepts under assessment for community feedback. Random rain. So basically, everyone who makes a 200 TRX bet in the last hour, they periodically want to pull some of the dividends and drop rain on everybody. Gauntlet. Basically, if you acquire after rolling for, you basically roll. I don't think it's one bet for 10,000. It might be, but I think it's once you acquire 10,000 in bets within a certain period of time, you get the gauntlet. But maybe it is 10,000 bet, and you begin collecting some of the dividends from the gauntlet. Lottery, again, it's just a way to be able to move money around. The problem with all of these is there's only so much profits. This is the same issue I had with Bank Teller when he was creating Bank Luck. Outside of the fact that it took way too long to get that out. But when you move money around, there's only so much money to move around. So all you're doing is moving money from one spot to the next, from one spot to the next. You're spreading it around. So all the winners are smaller. There's less live. I mean, I just don't know that that's even necessary. I just don't even know if it's necessary. So, I mean, I'm glad to see that they're trying to add some incentivize players for the most part. I like seeing some of the creativity in the jackpots. We'll see how it works out. You know, I'm a little frustrated with TronCrush. You know, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens in this space. You gotta be cautious, super cautious in this space. If you like TronCrush, so be it. I personally am not. I'm just holding off on TronCrush. I'm just gonna hold off on them, see what they do. Somebody sent me a comment. You know, you really should promote TronCrush and talk about this next video. Yeah. Talk about these new updates. They've practically been adding some sort of update every single day since they've been out. And that's good that the devs are responsive, but I want to see it run smooth before I even come back as a player or a miner at all. And I would, if they come back smooth, I would mine some of their tokens at least, or buy some of their tokens. But they've got to come out with some. I mean, I think these different jackpots could be interesting, but it's the same basic mechanics. And I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many people are going to play the whale jackpot. How big will it grow? How many people are going to play the shark jackpot? At some point, what are you going to have? 4 levels of FOMO jackpot? Then just call it FOMO jackpot. Forget calling it TronCrush, because that's all it is. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Good on them for trying to innovate. I'll say that. Good job there at least. Tronext. So, by the way, they keep disconnecting from my wallet every single time I click back over. So, I don't know what they're doing funky. They're supposed to be paying out hourly, and the hourly dividends dropped to nothing. The dividends earlier were much higher, and when they put out the hourly, all of a sudden they just tanked. It sucked. And I don't even fully understand what they're doing. You can withdraw your dividends and you get them literally. They trickle in hour by hour, not instant or anything, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's just the whole way they're doing this is weird. The div pool dropped by like crazy. This div pool was way higher, and then suddenly when it got ready to start paying out divs, the div pool just tanked. Here's the thing. I've gotten 37 TNX right now. I get about 46 a day. It's 1 TRX per TNX. On a ratio, it looks similar to PokerTron, except you got to wager 900. Well, now you got to wager 1,100 of these things to get 1 TNX. I don't know what the house edge is, but let's just say it's 2%. That's 22 Tron per TNX, I think. So you got to wager. So it's going to cost you, mining cost is going to be about 22 if I'm doing my math right. At 33 if it's a 3% house edge, but 22 if it's a 2% house edge for one. So it's not a horrible ratio, by the way. If you could invest anywhere else in the world and get a 30-to-1 return that's going to pay out hourly, that's beautiful. Except there's other places that get better returns with better player experiences. I think DooTron's probably better and PokerTron's probably a lot better. So if someone wants to mine this, I can totally see why they would mine it. If they thought the platform was going to do something. I'm just holding off on this platform for a while, and I'm just going to watch what they do. And I think I'm not saying I still want to get 100 tokens at some point. I'm just going to take my time getting there, that's for sure. And the only reason I want those 100 tokens is I just like to be diversified and see what happens. It's kind of cool they pay out hourly. You know, it's like it drips. I kind of like that it doesn't pay to your wallet, only because you would never even notice it going to your wallet. So I kind of like that you have to come in and withdraw it. We'll wait and see what happens. Now, some positive news, some exciting news. DooTron, their new game Shoot is out. Now, I'm going to do a full video on this, and I'm going to add it probably to my DooTron playlist, or I might start another playlist related to this game. I don't know. Maybe I'll just add it to the DooTron playlist. If you've not seen my DooTron playlist, you should go watch that playlist. DooTron's dividends yesterday paid out 66. Today we're at 41. So we're actually ahead of yesterday, but this gets better. Because even though it shows 41, this is beautiful. Check it out. The game Shoot has its own token. Now, Shoot is interesting. It took me a while to kind of figure out. I'll kind of show you how to play it. Basically, what you do is you start the round. Oh, I'm in round 2 now. No, I'm not in round 2. So they pull up in round 1. So they pull up 2. If you know how the rounds work and how you can compound your earnings, the mechanics are similar to that. So basically, you choose between 2 to 4. If you think this is going to be a 5, between 5 and 8, 8, or ace through 9. And you can do a super rocket. You got 3 super rockets, and you just, it decreases your winnings if you use a super rocket, obviously. But you got the super rocket that could help you out. The only thing about the super rocket is it has to be either the 2 outside or the 2 middle. But you got up to 3 super rockets. Now, why would you use a super rocket? It's just to increase your odds of winning. Let's see what my... So these are kind of in the middle here. Some I would use a super rocket for this. I don't know what the house edge is on this. They make it very difficult to know. Then we win. They make it very difficult to know where the house edge is. But you win, and you can keep going, right? So there's new cards up here. So I can go one way or another. You know what? I would probably use it. You only got 3 super rockets. And it's going to compound the winnings that you've already earned, not the 100, which is awesome. And every estimated available shoot, continue playing to receive the mining rewards. So they're saying that I could get up to 3. I can cash out now. I think I would get those 3 shoot, or I can keep going. So we'll just keep going for the video's sake anyway. Let me just... I've already mined 100 of these tokens, and I may mine more. I don't love the game, but I like their hollow game better personally. So next we got 4 to 8 again, 4 to 9. This is going to be a, we'll cash out. Well, we got 3 shoot tokens. The shoot tokens are paying well. So when you come to dividends, check it out. Here's the shoot tokens. Of course, there's very few of them mined so far. That's one of the reasons they're paying well. But already, we've got about 2.24 Tron per shoot. I would rather do this than Tronext, just so you know, personally. We'll freeze these. And I may continue working on getting some shoot tokens, but neither here nor there. Check it out. Do dividends. So there's 600 Tron here, 600,000 Tron here. The amount of TRX that will be transferred to the Do dividend pool. So these Tron will just go to Do. So there's 90,000 Tron. They're not there yet. It looks like there's only 26,000, but 90,000 is going to get transferred over here, which means this is going to be about 5 times larger. So we're going to get about 200 TRX. So just holding the Do token alone allows you to benefit from shoot. But when you play shoot, you kind of double dip in a little bit of both of them. I appreciate the innovation on the game. I don't understand why they created a new token unless it has something to do with they have to do it. They may have to do it. Each game may have their own token. There may be a reason they have to do that. I'm not sure. It does make it slightly complicated. I like that it feeds Do though. The other thing that I like is that the game's a little bit innovative. It's not your standard quote-unquote casino game. And I think this is the kind of game that people can play. They've been playing it. I mean, you can look over here to see, it's got its own separate jackpot. That's good. I think the people who play this like the compounding effect of trying to compound their wins. It's a certain type of player that it attracts and that people like. So I'm loving DooTron's development, and I'm loving that it's unique. We don't have a brand new dice game. We don't have a graphical moon game. We've got something that's a little bit different. And so for that reason, that's cool. Again, I'm going to put out an entire video on shoot later, probably later today or tomorrow. I just got to wrap my brain around it a little bit better. I may put out 2 videos if I think it's necessary because I don't want the info to get too long. But that's been our update so far. If you've got any questions or for me or ideas or thoughts that you want to share with me, please put them down in the comments. But that's it currently so far. TronCrush, we'll wait and see what they're doing. PokerTron, somebody hit a royal flush, man. That thing's operating the way that it's supposed to operate, so that part's good. I just hope it's not. I just hope they're fluid enough that someone can't break them. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be my only concern with PokerTron. Otherwise, I still want more PokerTron tokens. That's really my go-to for sure. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. Have a great day, everyone, and take it easy. Play responsibly. Nothing in this video should be taken as investment advice. Consider it satire and entertainment. You follow what I do, you might lose money like I lose money. But it's a fascinating space to be a part of, and it's a lot of fun. Someone actually said you should make a video about TronCrush because you should feel responsible that you promoted it so hard. I do not feel responsible for any adult's decisions ever. In all of my videos, I tell you not to follow my advice unless you want to lose money like me. It's satire, it's entertainment. Play at your own risk and play within the laws of your jurisdiction. And if you break the law, that is your fault, that is your problem. The kid, that was me. What did you do, the kid? What did you do? That was me. What did you do? What's making you rich, Dwayne? Let me know. Heck, maybe I should start following your lead. What's making you rich? Oh, yeah, the price. Man, we haven't even talked about that. The price was going up. Is it still up? Market. Look, I kind of think, you know, there's a possibility. Look at that. I did not even see that. Woo. Wow. Look at that. Oh, you were talking about PokerTron. Look at the price of Tron, 0.03. When I first started considering buying Tron, it was 0.18. I hate to say this. I always typically buy on pullbacks. So I like to see a 3 to 5% pullback, and I was waiting for a good 5% pullback. I watched Tron go all the way to 2.3 cents before I got in. I got in at 2.3 and 2.8. So there we are at 3.1 cent. Wow. Sorry you're late to the stream. Go back and check it out. The kid, what was it? You said that was me. What was that about? So you've been doing well on PokerTron, Dwayne? By the way, DooTron links, PokerTron links, TronCrush, everything's in the description. Just be careful. If there's any, I need to go back and look. If there's any, in fact, I need to see if they're there now, if I can remove them. If there's anything down here for the withdrawal contracts, they need to go there. I don't even... Even bankroll. I mean, I don't understand why anybody would play bank luck when you could actually play something and get a dividend earning token that's going to last. Get you some credits that they're going to all go downhill eventually. That sounds brilliant. Wow, good job, Dwayne. Have you hit any big hands on PokerTron? Man, can we agree they got some horrible music? Where's my energy at? Do I got any energy? Oh, I do. So I'll make some 10 bets while we're waiting. Let me know if you hit any big hands. We'll be wrapping this stream up in a minute. I hate to leave. I want to hear if you're hitting some good hands. I'll sit here in mine while I wait for your response. I did have a problem yesterday with the cards. They just wouldn't flip, so I just stopped playing and came back later, and they seemed to work fine. In fact, I was recording a video, and I was just covering some commentary as a recorded video. Oh, look at that! 3 of a kind, awesome. One of my strategies, really, I think, is I'm going to just save up some more TRX from withdrawals, and just look at that, 2 pair, and really get me like. I want to get like a 5 or 10, just to gamble it up a little bit. I want to get like a 5 or 10,000 Tron bankroll where I'm not going to freeze it, not going to transfer it nowhere, just hold on to it and play a little bit, and then do my little martingale strategy that I do. Especially now that the limits are 2,000 Tron, I would like to be able to martingale that high sometimes, just because the wins would be sick. Dwayne, are you going to tell us what's been going on PokerTron? Or are you just going to scream, hell yeah? I want to know what's going on. What's good? Look at that. 2 pairs. I have had 3 winning hands, I think, in a row. That's crazy. Maybe I should play on stream. Nothing. I'm waiting for Dwayne to respond if he's going to. And the kid, this was me. I don't know what you mean this was me. Look at that. I'll take it. Give me a 4 of a kind. I'll take that too. Okay, we'll just take jacks. Let me keep my bet. I think I was supposed to progress there. I didn't. I really want 10,000 PKT so bad I can't see straight. I probably want that a little bit more than I want the shoot tokens, but I want some of those shoot tokens because I think people might keep playing it. The thing with shoot and DooTron is even when no one's talking about it, nothing's happening, it seems like people, wait a minute, my record, did I just lose that? Yeah. It seems like people keep playing it. And that's huge. Anytime someone's playing, I mean, that's going to be a long-term earner when they're playing on their own like that. And it seems to be a higher percentage than I noticed on 888 when 888's having down days. Even Tron Vegas, I didn't talk about Tron Vegas, but that one of these days I'm going to buy some Tron Vegas tokens because that one's a sleeper. Oh, I don't think that went through. Oh yeah, it did. I thought my last bet was. This isn't mining. This is just gambling Tron. Oop. You guys talking about hitting some big hands, man. Makes me think about it. You can't ever win if you don't. You can't ever win big if you don't play big, I guess. Or at least play. How about that? Lost. I'll go back down. Dwayne never is not gonna tell me what he wants. Anyone else get any big hands? So in this stream so far, we've had someone say they hit a 4 of a kind. Someone said they hit I think a flush, and someone got one away from a royal flush. Anyone else hit any big hands? Let me know. I have a lot of fun with PokerTron. It's not my favorite. It's in my top 3 for sure. PokerTron, DooTron, and Royal Online Vegas are my top 3. I think Royal Online Vegas for me is more fun, and it's probably more fun to me. I'm probably biased because I actually had a pretty good run on that one. I mean, I ran 33,000 Tron up to 120,000 Tron. So I ran it to about 180,000 Tron, and of course that was doing what I'm doing now, martingeling up, and I was a bit aggressive. And so the wins would be kind of big when you did win. And I just got on a lucky run. Do I think, let me just come back to what I'm saying about PokerTron, though. DooTron's fun, but it's not a mainstream type game. PokerTron, I like to mine it. It's my favorite platform from a business standpoint because I think it has the largest potential consistent player pool because people already know what video poker is and they like to play it. High, low, and shoot on DooTron are a little unique in the poker and Tron DApp space. They're a little innovative. Their betting strategy is interesting. I think people like how it's not just a coin flip. You can get a 1.2x win or a 1.5x win or a 100x win. So people like that play, but I think the overall player pool is smaller, but it's still unique enough that they're going to have loyal. There's nothing else like it, so they're going to have loyal players. Royal Online Vegas, I just think that game is fun. Their ultimate Texas Hold'em is fun. Oh, Alpha 1 said he got 2 of a kind. What was my last bet? All right. Do I think that multiplayer video poker is possible? I don't know. They've got to find something unique. Someone said the problem with multiplayer, not multiplayer video poker, multiplayer Texas Hold'em. Someone said in one of my streams, or maybe it was in Telegram, and I didn't even think about that. They said that if someone knows how to read the block, if they learn how to read the blockchain and the block hashes, they can figure out what your opponent has. So there would have to be some way to somehow conceal or delay play to the blockchain. Which the problem with that is now you're going to have people suspecting that cards and things are being written to the blockchain after the fact. So are they manipulating it? I don't know if multiplayer Texas Hold'em can be put on the blockchain. I mean, it can probably be put on there some way with cryptocurrency. I don't know in Tron's current state if it can or can't. It would almost have to be some sort of a privacy token. But then again, one of the whole advantages to playing is provably fair, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know about that. GOC network, I looked at that. I don't know. I was there and all of a sudden the servers were down and I thought, okay, that's interesting. What's the most long-term DApp in your opinion? Oh, look at that. Bam. Right now, without question, mid-bet, without question, it's probably PokerTron, depending on how they run the business and future development. That's just my opinion. But PokerTron, without question, is going to be my I think has the longest. When you talk about strictly dApps, good job. When you talk about strictly dApps, I know they're coming with privacy, and that may or may not be a good thing. I mean, it's good in some cases. I know they're coming with the privacy feature, the Rook. The problem is, okay. So one of the things that's always occurred, even with PokerStars and Full Tilt Poker and stuff like that, people have always been concerned, even in their heyday when there was 100,000 plus players online at any given time, 200,000 players at any given time. People would still complain, oh, it's rigged, which is a stupid complaint, but people would still complain that. But when you talk about adding cryptocurrency and blockchain and people aren't familiar with it as players, because you hope that it brings in players and therefore players learn about cryptocurrency and start adopting it, becoming familiar with it. That's what I hope in this space does. But the issue that you're going to have is if someone plays multiplayer poker, are they going to complain the privacy function? And not only complain, there's not a lot of accountability behind these platforms. We don't know who runs PokerTron, for example. So it's not even, there's just a bunch of issues. So is it going to be fair? Is Texas Hold'em going to come out and be able to be transparent on the blockchain? I don't think so, because you can read the block hashes and be able to see that. If it comes out and it's some sort of privacy feature or written delay to the blockchain, it may be okay, but I don't know if people are going to be able to trust it, and I don't know if it's going to take off. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'll test it out. I'll play it a little bit no matter what, if it comes out for sure. From a div's point of view, my opinion, what I'm looking at, well, you just follow my videos. You see what I'm focused on. I have more dude than anything, and I want PokerTron. Those are my two. But 888 looks like it's going to pay out well. Tron Vegas looks like it's paying out well consistently, and I'm not in those two platforms. I think PokerTron and DooTron pay out better right now, I think. But Tron Vegas and 888 are paying out pretty consistently as well. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4% a day, 0.5% a day. Ooh. USDT on Tron. You know what? I need to research that more. Blockchain for what is best. I need to look into that. I think that's going to be huge. I saw Cryptotab. Give that guy a shout out too. I watched some of his videos. He does some good videos, and I really should probably do more of what he does as well, because he does a lot of education on the Tron space, and I like that. I want to get away from some of these dApps at least 40% of the time, 50% of the time. But like today's video, the only reason I went live is because every freaking thing had updates. TronCrush has got updates going on. Tronext had something going on. DooTron's got a new game out. And it's almost like something's always happening, which is good. But I feel like I should talk about it. But USDT to TRX, ooh, that could be amazing. Amazing. And that might be part of what's causing the pump today, huh? I didn't realize it started tomorrow. I did read watch Cryptotab's video a while back. He was talking about it. This is beautiful. I mean, technically, somebody should be selling today. I'm not selling, but somebody probably should be selling some Tron today, especially if they got in at 0.18. I mean, sorry, 1.8 cent or 0.2 cents. Now would be a good day for some people to sell. It's not going to be me today, but man, that is amazing. That is amazing, the slowness of BTC. I know blockchain, for what is best, likes to hate on BTC, and he's right. From a DApp perspective, and even from an e-commerce perspective, it's ridiculously slow. When you talk about Tron, I mean, you're going from USDT to Tron. How many different cryptos can you do that with? I'm not even sure. That are tradable pairs like that. Yeah. Right. Blockchain for what is best is right. He's talking about from a use participation perspective. Yes. Usability. He and I both, and I think I can speak for him when I say this because we talked about it back then, but he and I both kind of reluctantly started using Tron. But you start messing with these dApps, which again, so here's my thing. What the dApps did for me, for Tron, I hope the dApps start to do for other people in cryptocurrency in general. When I started messing around with some of these dApps, because another cryptocurrency community suggested that I check it out, the guys over there at Proof of Weekends, they didn't suggest I check it out. They said they were going to do some development on it, and I thought, Tron, really? You're going to mess with that? You mean that ripoff that copied the white paper? You're going to do that? And then so I start messing with Tron, and I start using Tron dApps, and it was like, wow, Gandhi, welcome. And the first thing I did was on 888 start do auto mining and watching how quick it was doing the bets and watching how quick those cards were flipping. And having messed with Ethereum dApps in the past, I was like blown away. Like, oh my goodness, this is so fast and so incredible. And the transactions were already super cheap. The transactions are cheap, but here's where Tron gets you. And people who are already in Tron aren't aware of this. If you're not freezing Tron, you are burning Tron. Literally burning Tron, because a portion of everything that gets burned for energy is literally burned and destroyed. That's the response. TronCrush has already been covered, Don. That's the response to the people who talk about, people oftentimes say there's transaction fees. Oh, I'm sorry, token supply is huge. Well, a percentage of all the energy that's burnt, the Tron that's burned as energy is permanently burned. But I've got a lot of Tron, and I treat it like my little Tron savings account. I got a lot of Tron frozen for energy. And I started out, people were like, oh, I don't have enough Tron to freeze for energy. Yes, you do. You can freeze 1 Tron for energy. Every time you freeze Tron, every few seconds or every few minutes is producing energy. Every time you interact with a smart contract, every single time, the problem is that you end up burning anywhere from 0.5 Tron or more in some cases for energy, because with whatever you don't have in energy, you make up an actual Tron in your wallet. So if you go look at TronScan if you don't have any energy and you go look at those transactions, you'll see a summary. 888, I know for a fact, they even say it on their website, that you burn 0.5 Tron per play for energy. Now, it doesn't matter the size of the bet. It's still 0.5 Tron. That's why some people say you shouldn't make small bets, the minimum bet, if you only have low energy, because you're burning up so much Tron just to be able to play that it's eating into anything that you could potentially win. And it's eating up your balance far faster. So the caveat to Tron is you need to freeze it. But what other token out there, and that's the interact with the smart contracts. Bandwidth is a lot cheaper and easier, and you get free bandwidth every day. You get about 5,000 bandwidth every day if you don't have Tron frozen for bandwidth. You get about 5,000 bandwidth every day. They say that's enough for about 20-25 transactions. Bandwidth is used for sending and receiving Tron. Energy is used for interacting with smart contracts. Developers of smart contracts can also freeze energy for their own smart contract to make it cheaper for the participants to use. But I can tell you, like Bankroll uses a ton of energy. They've not froze nothing probably. It uses a ton of energy. But even if they freeze energy, when there's a lot of participation, it's going to burn up all the energy they have frozen. So the best thing you can do is freeze energy. If you freeze energy, now your transaction costs are essentially free, minus like 1 Tron, no matter the size of the transaction. That's nothing, a couple cents. Now you're talking about a game changer. There's no other cryptocurrency on the market out there right now that allows you to have transaction costs that are that cheap, Hang on, I gotta scroll up. You guys are all talking. No, I didn't mess with Tron 9. I'm not in any. I'm not actively investing in any of those right now. Things. Is it the divs on the gambling platform on TRX was the worst thing I did in crypto, but I learned so much. You win some, lose some, blockchain. The divs on PokerTron have been amazing. The divs on DooTron have been solid. And 888's a consistent payer on a percentage basis. I actually have got a buy order for more 888 right now. I haven't calculated today. They're probably low today with everything going on with Tronext and everything else. Let's take a look at them. 888. In fact, here's what we can do. Let's just go to Crypto Dividend. See what they show. This is crazy. People keep playing this thing right here. I need more of these. I'm going to get a sizable payout on this one. Because they only pay every 2 weeks, but it's more than I should get more than 100 Tron a day for that one. And I need more of those. That's Royal Vegas's Tron token, by the way. Here's Tron Vegas, 0.2, not a big one. Today's low, 0.3 for the past 7 days. That's still 10% a month. Where can you earn 10% a month? They're around 3.3 a day, 10% a month. I'll take it. Tron bet. That token, those of you holding that token, just keep holding it. I mean, it's holding its price, I guess. Wow. But DooTron doesn't show up here for some reason, and PokerTron doesn't show up here for some reason, and I don't understand why. I did the math on DooTron the other day, and it was 0.7, 0.8% a day. Let's see. Yeah, Paul, keep freezing it. Keep freezing it. I'm not going to talk about IOST because that platform has no volume. You think Tron has no volume. IOST has less volume. The biggest reason to do anything with IOST is to buy it and hold it. Justin plans on making transactions cheaper. Yeah, he's actually made transactions cheaper a few times. And the super representatives have also increased burned and decreased burned of tokens. It's interesting to pay attention to the news of what's going on. 160. TRX is blowing up. Go live. Gandhi. That's old news. Didn't that die? Like in December when they started locking people's accounts and no one has actually ever been able to sell their A-bot or since. Well, I guess now they can auction it off to somebody. I saw some guy online auction his A-bot off for 1 Ethereum, and I thought, who in the world just bought that? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, he just auctioned it off. But whatever, to each his own. To each his own. Let's go see. Oh, 11%. Where is Tron going to go today? Will it reclaim number 10? Gandhi, you better get in that Tron. You better get in that Tron. I'm telling you, I know it's against your better judgment. ARP, Action Chris, some people did. Some people did. Gandhi, you better hurry up, man. You can miss out. Or maybe you're selling your stack. Maybe you secretly bought a stack of Tron and you're selling it now. That would be, someone should be selling it now because they'd be capturing some profits. That's for sure. All right. TronCrush. Do you think TronCrush is going to do anything? I mean, I just don't know if they're going to do anything. We'll wait and see. I mean, I know they're relaunching. I covered that in this video. They're going to have the whale and the shark. They're going to have... They're gonna have 3 jackpots: the mega jackpot, the whale jackpot, the Tron jackpot. I mean the shark jackpot. They're all essentially going to be the same mechanism, just bigger bets. They might as well call it Tron jackpot instead of Tron Crush. That's what they ought to call it. Oh yeah, they're going to do random range drops. Yep. I get it. I saw that, man. We covered all that at the top. I mean, it's God bless them. We'll see what happens. I know they're going to do the gauntlet. I get it. We covered all that. That was old news in this video. The problem is it actually gonna ultimately increase player transactions? Is it gonna increase dividends? Is it increase loyalty? And here's the biggest one. How are they able to do all of this if this stuff's supposed to be on a smart contract? How much of this is not on a smart contract? Uganda, you can't go wrong with holding ETH, you know that. And it's picking up. It's picking up. I just, for your sake and everybody else's sake, my sake too, I hope Ethereum does something. Or not. Maybe you know what? Gandhi, maybe there's going to be a I'm not going to say that. That's almost like sacrilegious. Maybe there's going to be a Tron ETH. When Justin Sun buys Ethereum, all the Ethereum up, and then it'd be. I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. But the biggest threat to Tron is obviously Ethereum. Hopefully Ethereum figures something out when they lower the transaction costs and they are it's able to be a little bit faster. Development, the slow movement of development. Hopefully we're not talking about some of this same stuff in 5 years from now. They've made some major progress. But anyway, thank you, Don. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Don. Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, have a great day. I am out of here. Hope you've enjoyed this live stream. Stay safe out there. Play responsibly. Not investment advice. Consider entertainment and satire, because I lose money if you follow my advice. Although today I'm making money because Tron is going up. Take care, everyone. Bye.